Hello my friends, it's Laura, and it is time to talk about my July reading plans, of which I don't know, like I'm not 100% on what those are, honestly. I have a selection of books here to show you, but I'm filming my TBR pretty early on, about halfway through the month of June, so things could change. I could read some of these before July even starts, but I thought, let's just get this done now. Pretty much all of my TBRs are subject to change. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a definitive, these are the exact books I'm gonna be reading this month. It never works out that way, right? These are just ideas, pretty much, for what I want July to be like. So let's get into it. First on the list is Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, because I have not read this yet. And I haven't even bought the book yet, although it's already out in the world and it's killing me inside. I'm waiting until I get my bigger discount from work to start buying books again. So I haven't really bought much, like as far as new releases, because new releases, especially hardcover releases, are expensive. So I'm waiting so I can save money. But Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, I've heard amazing things about it so far. I will be reading it in July for sure. That's if I don't get to it in June, which I don't think I will. As far as finishing some series, I have a couple that I want to get into. Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. This is the last book in the Last Hours trilogy. This came out, what, in February? And I still haven't picked it up yet. And I don't know why. It's a bit of a chunker, but like that doesn't scare me. Not when it comes to Cassandra Clare books, because I fly through them anyway because they're just so, they're like candy, you know? They're just so quick and easy to read and delicious. So I don't know why I've been putting it off for so long. Life has been crazy, but I need to read this because I need to finish this trilogy, and I'm honestly just dying to know what happens to these characters that I absolutely love. Another series, a duology, that I can't believe it's taken me so long to read. We have the World at Lake's Edge duology by Lyndall Clipstone, the first book being Lake's Edge, the second book Forest Fall. So I have read Lake's Edge. It was one of my favorite books the year I read it. This is a gothic fantasy YA that is a Hades and Persephone retelling, sort of. I just, oh man, fell in love with the atmosphere and the characters and the romance. So I need to read the conclusion and see how it all wraps up. So I need to reread Lake's Edge and then read Forest Fall because there's details that I've forgotten that I need to brush up on. So I think, you know, this is as good of a month as any to finally read one of my most anticipated books of last year, was it? This month I did a video talking about reading through my backlist and kind of my plans for that. So I decided to pick out 3 books from that list to read in the month of July. So the first one is Reborn Yesterday by Tessa Bailey, which is a vampire romance by Tessa Bailey, which I'm terrified to read because I could hate it or I could love it. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Another book that I'm pretty iffy on, and I feel maybe I should just like make a vlog next month of me just like reading books that I probably won't enjoy. I don't know, tell me what you think. But that's Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. I mentioned this once again in that video of reading through my backlist. The fact that I had started this, I got halfway through, wasn't enjoying it, put it down, went to unhaul it, and then because it's such a beautiful edition, was like, maybe I should give it another try. And so here we are. The third one from that list is Blanca y Roja by Anna Maria McLemore. A couple of arcs that I want to get to. Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo, which is her first adult book, and it sounds magical and beautiful and like something I'm gonna absolutely love. I was fortunate enough to get an ARC from work, so I am going to be reading this in July before its release date in August. It's the story of a Dominican-American family told through the voices of its women. Then we've got A Benny Song by Puglia Clark, another one of my most anticipated reads, and once again was lucky enough to get an ARC copy. And this is his first middle grade. So I'm excited to check it out. It's African inspired. Very excited for this one. I have not yet gotten around to reading any of my new 5-star predictions, so I want to get a start on that. This is one of them. I only put 1 on this TBR. Maybe I'll get to more in the month. But this is The Last Graduate by Naomi Novik. It is the second book in the Scholomance series. And the first book is A Deadly Education. That's what it is. What I think I need to do at this point is reread A Deadly Education. So I guess I should put that on the TBR too, but I'm too lazy to go grab it. So I need to reread A Deadly Education, then read The Last Graduate, and then read the conclusion, which The Golden Enclaves, I believe is the title of that one. I don't own a copy yet, but I will probably pick up a copy during the month and give the whole series a read. Maybe I'll try to do a vlog, a series binge vlog. We shall see. So, buddy reads. I am going to be buddy reading Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro with Tasha from Mood Reads with Tasha. We're gonna be buddy reading this together and I'm very excited. This seems like it's gonna be a very atmospheric, beautiful read about gifted children and a mysterious shadow man who's hunting them down, possibly? It says, riveting in its scope and exquisitely written, Ordinary Monsters presents a catastrophic vision of the Victorian world and of the gifted broken children who must save it. So yes, Victorian England, children with powers, hopefully some really beautiful atmospheric writing. It sounds pretty good and I'm excited for the buddy read. Then, lastly, book club. Book club reads. So I am a part of a book club now. If you didn't see Becky's announcement video, I will link it down below in the description so you can go check out all the information about our new book club. But Becky from Bex Reads was so kind to ask me to join her new book club, which is called the Black Hat Book Coven. Absolutely cute and adorable. So Becky, myself, along with Kaylani from Kaylani Simply Me, and Jackie at First Lady Reads are all a part of the Black Hat Book Coven, where we read witchy and magical books. So for the month of July, we're going to be reading A Witch's Lament by Kathy Walker. This is the start of a new series, so we're going to be reading the entire series together. It's a witchy book. Beyond that, I don't know much. I think I read the synopsis at one point, but since I'm going to be reading it so soon, I don't want to read it again. But definitely look it up if it sounds interesting to you, if you love witchy stories. This one isn't too long. Definitely join us this month in July for this read, as well as the live show discussion. Once I have dates for, we'll leave the info down in the description box. But that is it for my July TBR. Nice short and sweet video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I would love for everyone to join us for the book club pick for July. And if you've read any of these and have thoughts to share, please let me know down in the comments. But that is going to be it for me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!